Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is a get ready with me for Halloween. It's super old. By the way, the clip-in streaks are from Sally's. I think the color 613, but just really long. It's like 12 inches and I just crimped them and I still have them and they're lit. So as you guys can see, I'm doing a very cool tone look, which is why I started with the color I started with. I do talk throughout this video. I was, having a little debate, whatever. So I'm very sorry about that in advance. And there are parts that got cut off because, my camera kept cutting off. I'm still learning this camera, so sorry. So I'm just going in with this shade. It's kind of like a light cool brown shade. I'm just buffing that into my crease. This was my first time doing a cool look on myself in so long because I typically don't like cooler looks on black people. I feel like cool compared to like warmth doesn't compliment as much, but I was doing like a rock star cowgirl kind of look, so that's how we got what we got. So next I'm going in with that shade. I've like never used a shade a day in my life in this palette, but it worked. Putting that on the outer V a little bit underneath where I started the crease and doing that. By the way, guys, my lips aren't actually this like chapped and drained looking. Every time I put my lip mask on from Laneige, it always makes my lips look super like pinky grayish. It's like weird. I don't really enjoy looking at it because I look so dehydrated. So now I'm just buffing. Next, I'm going in with that James Charles palette, and I'm going in with that deep grayish brown shade. I'm going to put that in the outer V because now I'm going to get real smoky with it. And I just always take the same brush to do everything because I'm super lazy. You will get a more detailed look if you use a smaller brush. So if that is important to you, switch your brushes. But if you're like me and you kind of like the blown out effect, keep your brush how it is. So I'm just buffing that through, and yeah, I make these really odd faces. I don't remember what I prepped my skin with. This was literally almost a month ago. So I'm very late. Next, I'm going with the black from the James Charles palette. It is black, like it's a good black, but I'll say this, it's definitely not the blackest black. I will still say that Natasha Denona Blackest Black is my favorite black eyeshadow I own, and you guys are going to see the difference in a second. Like, you look at that and you're like, okay, yeah, that's black. Like, that's definitely a black shadow. Like, it's doing what it needs to do, right? Look at this. This is the Natasha Denona one. That is black. That's how you know, like, the difference and stuff. I had already put it on the other side, by the way. So, the Natasha Denona one is just such a pure black pigment. It shows you. Next, I'm taking the lightest color in the James palette. That's like a pale white nude. And I'm placing that on my lid with my nail because I couldn't find a brush. Because I knew I was going to do like a more white silvery. Like I said, this is like a really kind of Kiss rock star inspired look. So my palette was messy. As you can see, one of the shades broke, but I'm taking those two shades. So I took the white one in the inner corner, and then I took the more nudish one in the center, and then I buffed it out at the end. Don't worry, it looks really good, but right now it looks a mess. And I'm just buffing the kind of medium nude one that's still light, but just not as light as that one in the center. And I'm going to buff it out. Come on, Jordan. You're going a little slow, Miss Thing. Da, da, da. And then next, my piercings. Next, I'm just going to buff that out with that same brush. You want to be careful with this step because I did have black on this brush, so really truthfully I should have took another brush. And I just kind of used my fingers to buff that out. Next, I'm going with the Inglot 77 gel liner. This is like super black, super long wear. Like, it's amazing. Doesn't run. I'm just tight lining my waterline with that because black for smoky looks makes it so sexy. Like, it's crazy and so like sultry. So just doing that. Lining my eyes. Here we go. Next, I'm just patting some silver glitter on my eyelid. I'd be lying if I told you I knew what glitter this was. First, I used the pigment from Inglot. I used 118. And then I did actual specks of glitter. So this is just the pigment. But I don't remember what actual glitter I used because I have so many. So I'm so sorry about that, guys. But it was from Boat Glitter. So just get whatever glitter that you prefer. For yourself. Oh, I hate when my mouth is open. Like, I gotta throw something in there. So this is a personal trick of my own. I always take like hydrating products to clean up underneath my eye instead of like makeup remover. So I'm just taking like something like a moisturizer or something, and I'm just wiping it under. Now I will say this: do not take an abrasive paper towel like this to wipe underneath your eye. Underneath your eye, the skin is so small, so this will cause wrinkles in the long term. I learned about this in school. You really shouldn't rub your eye or do too much pressure on your eyes, but I always do this, and then I'm gonna be so shocked when just doing this makes me cringe. Next, I'm going with the black opal sticks for foundation. Honestly, primer, I don't remember which one I used. Probably the Hangover or something like that. But I'm going in with, I think that shade is Amber or Nutmeg, and then I mix it with Truly Topaz. My foundation always does look a little bit dark in the beginning, but that is because I prefer to start off with a darker base, then a lighter base. And because of Corona, my skin has been super light because I don't spend that much time outside, especially around the time that I had filmed this. So again, like I said, I'm sorry, I was having a heavy debate. If you guys heard the real audio to this video, you would be dead. Like, dead. Even me listening back to this argument is so funny to me. So I'm just buffing out my foundation with a brush. Sorry, guys, getting a little bit close. Just buff, 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 buff. Kind of sweeping it into the skin. This blends out, the creams blend out so nicely on my skin. I honestly love them so much. Just moving some hair out of the way. Looks super yellow. Gold. Excuse me. And you could just tell, look at my face. Oh my gosh, I was upset. But in a good way. Not in a good way. Let me stop lying. Next, I'm taking the Milani foundation in the shade 9, and I'm going to highlight. I always like to go in with a shade that's not too far from the foundation I already have going on, and I just kind of like draw that out. So it looks like I've already blended it, but I really haven't. And then on top of that, I go in with the Covergirl Full Coverage Concealer in the shade Golden Amber. I have changed up my makeup style since this video, because my makeup was starting to look very cakey. And that was just because I was just using way too much product. But I have fixed that problem, but, you know, this is old. Still a very pretty look, and there's time and a place for more makeup, but not all the time. And there's ways to do it where it doesn't look as cakey. So, here we go, just streaming it out. And then for contour, I go in with Chocolate Cream. For my contour, I'm going with Chocolate Cream by William Tuttle. I only do this when I want more drama. I did this day because I couldn't find Toasted Honey. But to each his own. This blends in so pretty and so nice. I'll just pat my baby hair back now. For the rest of the products that were used, I will link them down below because the video cut off, and for the life of me, I cannot find where the rest of it is. So this is basically the end minus the lip. So I did set with the Sacha Buttercup powder. And for contour, I used bronzer. I used the Hula Caramel and the Kevin Aquan Sunset Strip Blush. Like I said, I will leave it all down below. Like I said, this look is more early 2000s inspired, like really punk rock star. So I used Lazy Daisy. I used no lip liner because I wanted this to be super pink. So I just kind of buffed it out and then I put clear gloss on top. So sorry for the shakiness. My tripod just would not stay up. And for my highlighters, I used Trophy Wife, Danessa Myricks, and I used actual like specks of glitter that were in my drawer because I go ham with it. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I promise you guys I will have more quality Get Ready With Me's soon. But this look was too pretty to throw away. Like literally, this look deserved to see so much more than it actually did see. But you know, it happens when you're rushing, and I can only blame myself. So I just want to thank you guys all for all the love, all the support. We hit 2K, and I can't wait to show you guys the more content I have coming up. Bye!